All right, let's talk about something that is completely changing the game for anyone in research, using AI for literature reviews. So, is it this amazing co-pilot that can help you navigate the massive world of academic knowledge? Or is it a saboteur just waiting to mess things up? Let's dive in.
I mean, if you're a researcher, you know this feeling, right? It's like you're trying to drink from a fire hose. The constant flood of new publications is just overwhelming. It's a real struggle just to keep your head above water, let alone actually synthesize all that information.
Yup, for as long as anyone can remember, the literature review has been this manual, painstaking process, a total grind. But the sheer scale of modern research is pushing that old-school method to its absolute breaking point.
And just to put this into perspective, get this. A single database, just one, like Semantic Scholar, now has over 200 million research papers. And that number is just growing exponentially. There's no way, literally no way, a human being can keep up with that manually. So, what we're really up against are a few massive roadblocks. First, there's that sheer volume we just talked about. Then there's the incredible amount of time it takes to sift through it all. And let's be real, we all have our own biases that can unintentionally skew what we choose to look at. Plus, when you do it all by hand, you're almost guaranteed to miss some of those brilliant, hidden connections between different fields. And this is where AI comes in, swooping in like the ultimate co-pilot. It offers this seductive promise of being the perfect digital assistant, a way to not just manage the information overload, but to actually harness it in ways we never thought possible.
I mean, just look at the difference here. It's night and day. On one side, you have the slow, subjective manual grind. On the other, an AI-assisted process that can blast through thousands of papers in minutes, automate citation maps, and even uncover these hidden patterns we were just talking about. The promise is, well, it's incredible.
Okay, but here's the catch, the big twist. While the AI copilot can see things we can't, it can also go completely and utterly blind. This is what we're calling the hallucination paradox, this tension between AI's amazing power and its terrifying potential to just make stuff up. So it all boils down to this, right? Can you really just hand over the controls? Can you fully trust this powerful new assistant with something as important as the integrity of your research? So let's be super clear about what we mean by hallucination, because it's a huge deal. This is when an AI model spits out information that sounds totally plausible, totally legit, but it's completely fabricated. We're talking fake citations to papers that literally don't exist, or summaries that confidently get the findings of a study completely wrong. And believe me, this is not just some theoretical what-if scenario. This is real. A review from the Hong Kong University of Science and Technology Library found that a major tool, Scopus-AI, was lifting text almost word for word from an abstract. That's not a simple mistake, folks. That is a straight line to potential plagiarism. And if you look at this table, you'll see that none of these tools are perfect. Not even close. When they were put to the test, even the big players had serious weaknesses. Cite pulled a paper from a sketchy, predatory journal. Illicit search was way too limited. Consensus was citing little side notes as if they were major studies, and we already saw the problem with Scopus-AI. The bottom line? Human oversight isn't just a good idea. It's absolutely non-negotiable. So a good way to think about this is on a spectrum. On the far left, you have totally ethical uses, things like checking your grammar or brainstorming ideas. That's fine. In the middle, you get into a gray area, using it for outlines or pulling out themes. You got to be cautious there. But once you have the AI analyzing themes on its own, or worse, drafting and writing whole sections for you, now you're crossing a serious ethical line, straight into potential misconduct. Okay, so with all these risks, how do we actually use these things safely? Well, let's walk through a 5-step flight plan, a clear method for being a responsible AI copilot. It's a really clear path, actually. You start with planning, defining your scope and your ethical rules. Then you pick the right tool for the job. Use it actively for specific things, but, and this is probably the most critical part, you have to validate everything. And finally, you disclose exactly what you did. Now, step 2 is all about picking the right tool for the right job. You wouldn't use a hammer to turn a screw, right? Same idea here. A tool like ASReview is amazing for screening thousands of abstracts, but you wouldn't use it for visualizing networks. That's a job for something like ResearchRabbit. And if you use a semantic search tool like Elicit, you have to know that it might miss key papers that don't use the exact same jargon. Matching the tool to the task is absolutely key. Okay, step 4, validation. This is your non-negotiable pre-flight checklist. You cannot skip a single thing on here. You have to ask yourself,
Does this citation even exist? Does the actual paper say what the AI claims it says? You've got to manually check a sample of the results and always, always be on the lookout for hidden bias. This is where you, the human researcher, truly earn your wings.
And the last step is simple. Disclose, disclose, disclose. This is not optional anymore, not by a long shot. Many of the top journals and academic institutions now require you to be completely transparent about which AI tools you used and how you use them. It's all about building trust and credibility.
So what does this all boil down to? It's this. After all is said and done, one thing has to be perfectly clear: the human must remain the captain of the ship. This whole thing is about augmenting our intelligence, not abdicating our responsibility. Seriously, if you take one thing away from this, let it be this mantra right here. The goal of these tools is to augment your intelligence, to free you up for deeper insights and more creative work. It is never, ever an excuse to abdicate your own critical thinking.
So the AI co-pilot is here. It's in the cockpit, it's powerful, and it's ready for takeoff. The only question left is, are you ready to be a good captain